What up, Subto? My internet connection is a little wonky today. Been on a few Zoom calls, so hopefully this edit or this this live is okay. Today I'm going for sell by owner. I just want to switch things up. I actually found one that I called last week. I'm gonna try calling him back. I'm gonna call a few different ones. This one looks rough, all boarded up. I don't know if I'm getting sick or if I have allergies. I feel so clogged up. The heck? Let's call this on. Please. Would rather, sorry, I was reading this. This has been rehabbed about 2 years ago. I'd rather accept less than to tie this up in contract again with someone who can't close. Man, I don't feel good. That can't be allergies. Call this guy.
Hello, please leave a brief message just to confirm that it is not spam.
To confirm that is what? I'm gonna try to call Lando Lakes, Florida. He must be an absentee owner.
Hello, please leave a brief message just to confirm that it is not spam.
Not spam. I'll try one more time.
Hello, please leave a brief message just to confirm.
I gotta send him a voice message. Hey, this is Jordan Wheeler. I'm looking at your listing here on Whitehall Forest in Atlanta. Me and my wife are looking at picking up another property. Give me a call back once you get the chance. I've read through your um, overview and just how you've been under contract and don't want tire kickers. So um, that's not us. But yeah, would love to chat about this property. Talk to you soon. So I just learned this from Landon Moore that he doesn't leave voicemails; he leaves audio messages because then he can see if they read them. This is a green bubble, not blue, so it's not an iPhone. So it won't let me know if he's read it or not. go to another one. Price increase? I'm not going to put him into my CRM yet. The thing I don't like about for sale by owner calling during the day is I feel like most of them are at work. Here's one that's been on for 265 days. Let's call this one. Oh, wow. This one, call for special financing. Don't let this high-end finish slip away. I better read this whole thing. Actually, never mind.
Hello.
Hey, I am calling about the listing here on Woodbriar Circle. Is that still available?
Sure is.
Awesome. I'm looking at picking up another property in the area. Just looking at the pictures. Did you remodel this whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. How long ago did you remodel it?
Well, over a period of time.
Okay. Do you live there, or is it?
I did something 2 weeks ago. So
What did you do?
some more remodeling, plastering the bathroom and so forth. Yeah, I worked on a room at a time. We did the kitchen. And I lived in it. So yeah, I was doing something here, trying to check out of this store. So that's why I'm talking funny.
You want me to call you back in like 5 minutes?
No, I'm outside now.
Okay. Okay.
Can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way.
No, I can multitask. I just, when I'm talking to somebody, it's gets involved. So yeah, we did the kitchen first. I had already done the part of the floor when I had tenants in there quite a while back. But I did the kitchen, then we did the bathroom. I do all the high-end stuff first.
Okay.
And then, we put the patio door in towards the end. I had the air conditioning changed out. It's all relatively new. Nobody has lived in there other than myself, and I don't really live there. I go up there and work on it, and it just sits. So it's not really getting any wear and tear. I use the shower. The stove has never been used. So
that shower looks impressive with the 3 nozzles. What's going on there?
Anything you want to. Friends.
It gives you a massage?
No, it's got a waterfall which doesn't really function that well.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough water pressure. It works good when the water pressure is up in the complex, but they've had lower pressure there. But the shower head, the 20-inch head, will coat you with nice warm rainwater, and then it's got an 8-inch. The black one on the left is an 8-inch rain head.
Okay.
But it's got so many things on it. It takes me almost an hour to go through there and show somebody
all the cool stuff.
Well, I've got a lot of things that were done that are not visible. It's got extra insulation in the attic that was actually put in there by the guy before me, was a builder, same background as myself, and his daughter lived there. And since he was paying the utility bills, he, went to Home Depot and got a couple bags of wool and blew that whole thing with all kinds of insulation. So
did it make a pretty big difference, or did he say?
Oh, well, I don't know what it was before, but my electric bill is usually $35 a month.
Sweet.
Even in the summertime, it might get up a little bit, but it doesn't get up, into the 80 or 100, dollars. It's the positioning of the property. All the windows have been changed. They're thermal windows. The patio door's a thermal door, and it's got the blinds between the glass. And so
it sounds like it's in really good condition. So were you just renovating it when tenants weren't in there? Like you'd have tenants come in and out, and then you just renovate when it was vacant?
Well, no, I just got out of that business. I said, I don't want to rent anymore. Right after the oil on his kid's scooter in the middle of the carpet.
Oh, no.
In the living room. I said, okay, that's enough. I'm done.
Yeah.
And then that's when I went in and put the wood flooring in, and it's all wood.
Yeah, I see that.
It's not laminate.
Okay.
The cabinets in the kitchen are 42-inch cabinets. They're solid wood. The shelves are solid wood. So that's no particle board in there. That shower, we took it all the way to the ceiling. It's got 4 sets of lights in the bathroom. So it's got the overhead over the sink. It's got the vent has a light in it. And the shower has 2 sets of lights in it. A set of real small lights that go around if you want to go in there and take a shower and have, dim light in there. And then it's got 4 spots if you, want it bright, or you could turn them all on at the same time.
Okay. So it seems like you put quite a bit of nice stuff in here and dumped some money into this thing. Were you getting decent rents for it, or what?
Well, after I did that, I didn't rent it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I decided I would fix it up for an end user and wouldn't rent it out. I know the girl downstairs in one that's done, it's upgraded, but it's not upgraded like mine. She's paying $22.50 a month or something.
$22.50. Okay.
Yeah, she was 22 or something like that.
And
when I bought this, they were going for $800 a month. So I've had it almost 10 years.
Okay. And you said you come up and visit. Where do you actually live at?
I'm in Apollo Beach in Florida.
Oh, so you're out of state. Okay.
Yeah, I actually am supposed to go up there this weekend and talk to a realtor about possibly listing it. I have not been able to really show it because I'm always working on it, and I always have a truckload of stuff, boxes. I still got some tools there. I've got maybe one SUV load left to haul out of there, and it's always dust around and plaster dust, and I had the floor covered with cardboard for almost 2 years, so people could see the bedrooms because there was no traffic going in and out of there, but the hallway's still covered with cardboard.
Okay.
Because that's,
just to protect it.
I don't want to put any traffic in there and, grind any grit into it off my shoes. So I try to, preserve it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
New as possible, since my ultimate goal was to sell it.
So what, are you just selling it because you have to pay for it and you're not really using it like you thought you would?
It's paid for.
paid for. Okay.
So I don't have any payments. It's everything I have is an investment. I don't even own a home to live in.
Awesome.
I've got three houses in Florida. I'm actually living in one of the rentals. The guy had to break his lease because he got transferred. So I took that opportunity last year in April to leave. So when I left and went down there and made my first, it wasn't my first haul down there because I had stuff down there in storage that I had already hauled out of the apartment and had been hauling out of another unit that I had there.
Okay.
I had 3 units in that complex. So sold both of those. And, Florida's much nicer. I don't like the cold. If it's below 70, that's too cold for me.
Yeah.
So are you an investor or end user?
Yeah, we're local buyers, kind of like yourself. It depends on the property, whether we rent it out or pass it on to somebody else. But why don't you just keep it and rent it out? Or you're just done renting?
I don't want to do business in Georgia, and
Okay.
I have too many things in too many places. I have an investment in Cali, Colombia. I own land in Nicaragua.
Wow.
I have this stuff in Florida, and I actually want to probably move and live in Texas, back to Texas. So I'm just too spread out.
Yeah.
And I got investments in all kinds of different things. So
sounds like we need to be friends.
You want to, and I loan money on mortgages.
Okay.
So I'm going to financial instruments. So that's why I put the advertising thing in there on Zillow about financing.
It caught my attention. Call for special financing. What are you looking for?
Well, somebody with some money that I know is going to finish paying for it in whatever deal we make.
Okay.
I don't want to repo the property. I don't know if you've ever had to repo a property, but
no,
that could cost you $25,000 plus, replacing cabinets if they decided to take those with them and all the appliances. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
If you get some idiot in there. So, I was trying to find somebody with, like 100,000 down, and then I'll give you a killer mortgage for a short period of time. Or, if you need to go longer, I need to get a higher rate. I make about 10 or 12% on my money most of the time on mortgages, doing short term, 6 months, 12 months. I renew the 12 months, charge, a couple points to somebody if they're, doing flips and they didn't finish it, that kind of stuff.
So like a hard money loan?
Well, 12% is not real hard money. That's kind of semi-hard money.
Yeah.
To me, hard money is 18%. And I grew up and came up through the ranks paying 10.
Yeah.
To investors on all my property. I got one guy that started financing me, and he financed, I don't know, unit after unit. Anything I had, he would finance. He didn't even look at them anymore. I just pick up the phone and say, Hans, I need, 100,000. When do you need it?
Awesome.
So I tell him, he says, well, I don't have any right now, but next week I'll be getting paid off on something. I can do it next week. So.
Yeah, lending's where the real money's at.
So, if you get enough interest,
So you're wanting a 100,000 down payment with 12% interest?
No, I would. If I only carry it a year, I'll give you about 3%.
Okay.
So.
And then, do you know what the monthly payment would be on that with PITI?
I don't know how much monthly you want to pay.
Well, yeah, it comes down to monthly. Obviously, if the girl below
the shortest monthly payment that taking a price of say 250, you give me 100 down, we finance 150. You haven't got that calculator on your computer in front of you?
I do. I just haven't done it.
I think it's probably, can you pay 1,000?
Yeah, because ultimately we're needing it to cash flow. That at least double is what I'm comfortable with. But it all depends on the balloon and the interest rate. So we're open to purchasing it on what you would need, so that'll work for both of us.
Well, what kind of interest rate you want on 150?
Well, 3% sounds great. I mean, we've bought, if we bring more money to the table as a down payment or whatever, we bought stuff with $0 down, 0% interest. So it depends on obviously the seller and the motivation. Those are usually like pre-foreclosures.
There's no motivation in that for me because I've got no money and I'm making no money.
Yeah. So the 3%, I mean, that's more than fair. You can't go anywhere to a bank and get 3%. So you're thinking $1,000 a month for monthly payments?
Well, that's what I would like to have minimum.
Okay.
I like round numbers, so I round everything off. You noticed I dropped the price like $7 or $8 grand.
Well, I'm looking on Zillow.
257.9, 258. I just dropped it right off the top of my head since you're an investor.
Yeah.
To an even 250 with 100 down, finance 150.
Okay. So how did you come up with price? I haven't run comps on the condo. Have you seen something?
Well, I came up with that price based on what 2-bedroom units were selling for.
Condos?
Yeah.
Okay, and they were selling around 250 or what?
Well, they're selling anywhere from, you're not familiar with that market and that zip code?
I am. I just I haven't ran, like I can go run comps. I'm just curious on what you came up with.
Most of them running on the bottom, on the bottom end of around 220 for 2-bedroom up to 270 or 280. I said, well, as nice as mine is fixed, it's got to be worth 250.
Okay.
So my idea is if I can get 100, I can invest that at 10% and make, what I need to on my money, and the other money that I lose on the financing for a year, I'll just eat that, and give you a discounted rate and give you time to get situated and so forth.
Okay.
To where you can sell it or, get your time to, put whatever kind of, people do all kinds of stuff today, rent to buy and all that stuff. But I want to be out of it on paper. I don't want to have the liability anymore. I don't want to be, I want to be the bank. So. Okay.
So are you open to a longer balloon than 1 year?
Like what?
Well, because what would happen is obviously we want to buy it from you, and then once we pay you off, we're gonna go refinance it most likely. So typically, how we structure our deals is 5-year balloon, but we typically pay them off sooner. We just like it so that we have the flexibility to refinance at an interest rate that we like.
I don't have a problem going longer terms if we get up on the interest rate. Like do a low one for 12 months. If we go past that, I'm not going to foreclose on you, but I want more money. I want a higher rate.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about going 5 years unless we just do a flat 8.5.
Okay.
Which is probably
more
than you want to pay.
Well, yeah, or we just go up each year. We've done it different ways. We could raise the monthly, or like if we need to extend the balloon, we'll just give you another like lump sum of cash. So let's
We
say,
can pay points to extend it at 3.
yeah,
So
say,
you're talking about a lot of points to put me up to 8.5.
yeah. So it's obviously everything's negotiable, but just kind of throwing ideas out there. So I need to run numbers on it real quick to make sure it would work. But from just chatting with you, it sounds like we'll throw an offer your way, especially with the original terms that you just gave me.
And maybe I still would like to have 100 down. I need to get some cash in my hands. I just cashed in a mortgage that girl paid off for 75, so I've got cash, but it's not enough to do much with.
Okay.
So I take a little less, but I'd rather cut the interest rate from even.
Yeah. I like
for on a 12 months. We can put the extra points and stuff, and you can carry it as long as you want. Give me bring me up to 8.5, which is 5.5 or more if we cut the interest rate even more. So,
okay,
but that'll give you time.
Yeah.
Maybe I would go whatever rate we agree on for 18 months.
Okay.
Throw in an extra 6 months.
Okay. Actually, that sounds nice. Let me just throw it into my calculator and kind of make sure everything works out for us. And then, do you have a good email, or how can I send you an offer?
Wow, they got all these women coming in and out of this CVS.
They distracted you?
Pretty good. Well, I've got a girlfriend in Nicaragua. She's like getting old on me now. She's like 40.
Yeah.
So, and I'm 76. So
that sounds pretty young.
Well, I've been with her since 22 or 23. I don't remember.
Okay.
So
her expiration date's coming up.
Yeah, I'm not looking to replace her. It's like that's too much to break in another one. And she's a good girl. I'm just a little crazy.
Yeah.
Trying to get her in the country. She's Nicaragua. And we've got a son together that's just turned 6 on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
And he's a U.S. citizen because I'm a U.S. citizen. So he's got a U.S. passport, but I need to get her and the other 2 kids in.
Yeah. So does he live there with her?
Yeah. She won't let him out of her sight. One of those, a helicopter mom.
Why not move there?
Well, I'm not crazy about, Nicaragua. They have, if you're standing by 2 different people, one will have their hand in one pocket and one in your other pocket. So, I mean, everybody steals from you. The police, the Tawana, people you're trying to do business with. Supposed to be, it's just not.
It's not America.
Well, it's not. They're almost as bad here.
Yeah.
They're just not. They don't have enough character for me. I would go to Colombia and live there, but she didn't want to go to Colombia. I tried,
Yeah.
What about going to Dominican Republic? I can get a nice condo looking at the beach for $275 or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a dream.
Really nice high-end condo. They got several pools and all that stuff, jacuzzi, and it's not right on the ocean, but you can walk right to the beach and you can see the ocean from the window, from the patio or the balcony.
Wow.
So if she get a good buy.
If she doesn't go with you, I'll go with you.
Only if we can get my son.
Yeah, yeah, I'd imagine you miss
But the
him.
problem is, I'm in love with her daughter too. She's got this great 11-year-old, and
Yeah,
I love her to death. And I don't have any girls in the family. She said to me one day, she said, and her father didn't really care for her. She says, Eduardo's no longer my father. You're my father. So that was a big compliment.
yeah, that's
You
awesome.
know, to be adopted by a child instead of the other way around. So I'm
Right.
trying to actually adopt her now.
That'd be great. Yeah, I've got a 6-year-old too, a 6-year-old girl, and I can't imagine her living in another country. I'd be heartbroken.
Well, I miss a lot. You know, I've missed 6 birthdays. I miss all the funny things that they say.
Yeah.
You know, you know, when a kid's crying or something. Well, you have a girl, you have a boy.
I've got a 6-year-old girl and a 4-year-old boy.
So, you know, when the boy starts crying about something, you know, it's like, are you a mujer or an hombre? You know, are you a man or are you a girl?
Yeah.
And so we do that to the boy all the time. And he says, hombre, I'm an hombre. And so his sister was getting a shot and she just kind of had a little panic attack and she started throwing a fit and he looked at her. He said, are you a mujer or an hombre? And the doctor told him, well, she's a mujer. It's like he knew that, but he was just, you know, reciting. I guess the doctor didn't get it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, those moments are priceless. So my son says some hilarious stuff, and sometimes I don't.
Are you in Georgia?
Yeah, we're local, so we buy all over the country, but we're really focusing in on this. The Georgia market is really great place to invest right now.
Yeah, it's appreciating. It's a lot of good demographics on people moving to Georgia. They kind of dropped off in Florida a little bit.
Yeah.
I bought 3 properties there. They went up, and then I probably bought them, and they went up $75,000, and then they dropped back, you know, 25 or 30. But they're still up. I mean, I bought them when everybody was bidding, and I don't think they're going to go back down.
Yeah.
I got they're about $350, and I got them rented for 22 and a half roughly. I'm actually raising everybody's rent $45 a month.
Yeah.
Got professionals in them, so
good. You don't happen to be selling any other of your properties, are you?
I would sell those, but you know.
Where are those ones at?
They're in Apollo Beach, in a subdivision called, not a subdivision, but a development called Waterset.
And that
yuppie stuff.
Okay.
We got 4 swimming pools and water slides and doggy parks, and fishing ponds, and workout things, several of them, and clubhouse, and jogging trails and bicycle trails, and it's very, very family oriented. They do a car show, you know, every couple Saturdays or something. I don't know. All the guys come out there with their high-end $150,000, $200,000 cars.
That sounds like a good time.
With three-car garages and that kind of stuff.
Oh, and those ones are currently rented out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm waiting till I can get 400 because I've got 4% mortgages on them.
Okay.
So I'm trying to wait till I can get 400 because that gives me the equity I want to pull out. I just kind of wait out. I waited on this one till I paid it off so I could actually offer financing.
So are you
I could have offered financing because I had owner financing, and we financed so little on it that it was like nothing anyway, and I paid him off early.
Yeah. So are you the $100,000 you're doing with this one, are you going to go put it into another property, or what do you need the cash for?
Yes and no. I'm not going to buy a rehabber. I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't want to collect rents anymore. So what I'm doing is equity deals with other investors. We're doing, 265 unit, 275 unit complexes, and I throw in my little 100 or 200, or there's some funds out there that I can put them in that are paying 10%. There's a deal out there that I just got last week on a place in Texas that's building, or no, they're in Nevada. They're building some houses, and they borrowed from this company before, and they're offering 6 and 6. So 6 on the front and 6 on the back. So they're paying 12%, or no, 11%, 11 or 12%. I forgot. I think 12%. So I can put in 10,000 or 100,000 and get, 6% on the front and 6% on the back when they pay it off.
Okay.
So I don't like back end deals. I want to see my money. I don't want to get stuck in a Bernie Madoff deal.
Sure.
Well,
we've been talking for almost 40 minutes, and I haven't even gotten your name.
I know that's short time. I usually keep everybody on the phone for an hour.
Well, on Zillow, it doesn't have your name on Zillow. It just has property owner. So
yeah, my name should be on there. I thought they had your name down at the bottom.
Well, usually it does, but for some reason on yours it doesn't have it.
When I look it up, it shows my name. But anyway, it's Richard Smith.
Richard Smith.
And yours is what?
Jordan Wheeler.
Jordan Wheeler Dealer.
Wheeler Dealer, yeah. Well, let me dive into this one on Woodbriar. Those Apollo Beach ones sound pretty interesting too. I work with a team.
You're not going to get as much cash flow
on the Apollo beaches.
Yeah, because higher end properties, you just don't get the cash flow. You got to buy the scrub units to get the big cash flow and the big percent return. But they're going to appreciate. So I'm not even really worried about that. And the tenants pay good. I don't even touch the money. They just put it directly in the bank on the first. One of them pays early. The other guy pays exactly the first, or if he's out of town, he gets it the second or the third. He's a U.S. lumber rep. He's dependable on the rent. But the other one, there's 2 engineers in there, and we're talking about high-end air conditioning engineers that do high-rise buildings.
Cool.
They do all the stuff for, 20-story building or something like that.
Yeah.
So the husband and wife are both engineers. They're down there working, and their daughter lives in the same development. So they want to be down there. They're one of these granddaughter crazy people. So.
Well, those are the type of tenants you want.
Huh?
Those are the type of tenants you want, where you don't have to worry about it.
And they're not there half the time. The other guy's on the road. He has no kids, no wife. He just got a divorce. The husband and wife and the other one, usually one of them is there, and then her mother comes down and stays. And they leave the air running when they're gone. So it doesn't, you don't have any issues inside. And I just run in there every couple of months and throw a couple pills in the drain so it keeps draining.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, and I had a leak, an overflow.
Oh,
got
geez.
the carpet wet, and that was a nightmare. And it took me forever to get all that back and recover from that. And I said, I won't let that happen again.
Yeah.
So, if you work some numbers so you can buy this thing.
Yeah.
But, you can work me on the interest rate or time or something, but don't work me on the money. I already gave you 8,000.
Okay. You're saying on the down payment?
Well, I would like to get 100. I really need to get some cash because if I have to yank them out of Nicaragua, I need to go have some money to buy something or to put it into something that's going to cash flow that'll cover the rent, so I'm not losing the rent money I'm laying out down there.
Gotcha.
Place and I'll just move because I'm losing $2,000 a month being in my rental unit.
Yeah.
It was rented for $2,200 a month, and I was going to keep a bedroom and rent it out as a 2-bedroom because my street is all old people. They're all retired. There's 2 people in the house, or it's a single person with a girlfriend or a couple with no kids.
Yeah.
So they only need 2 bedrooms anyway. And I already asked my realtor. I said, I don't want to take all this stuff out of here. I said, I'll pile everything I got into 1 bedroom, and can you rent it for 2? Because I can get 24 now if it was empty. I said, how about 2,000 if it's 2 bedrooms? She said, yeah, I can do that. I said, okay, that'll work, and I don't have to move the stuff. I don't have to rent a warehouse. I had a warehouse before, and you never know what goes on there. Somebody burns something in the next unit, and you got water damage from the firemen and all kinds of smoke damage. And you got to buy insurance now.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well, yeah. Let me keep in touch with you. Hopefully, we can buy this before you list it with a realtor. That way, you don't have to pay a bunch of realtor fees and a buyer's agent fee and closing and all that. So.
Well, that's what I avoided. That's why I'm going to pay the guy $8,000 in commission at 3%. I just give it to you right off the bat, so I'm still paying the fee. I'll just mark it down $8,000 and take $250.
Okay. Okay. Well, do you have a good email to send?
We can come up to something before this weekend. I'm debating whether I don't want to drive this car up there.
Yeah.
I was looking at another car today because I happen to go by this place that I bought another car from, and they got one that I can buy. I buy older cars, Toyotas that with mileage on them that people don't want 100, 200,000 or something.
Yeah.
But I know it's going to run to 300 or 400.
Oh yeah, those things last forever.
That's in good shape. Try to get a good price, and so I was going to go, and they won't take the one they sold me in trade. So it's like, it's too old now, and no market. You can sell it yourself. It's like, I didn't really want to do that, but I got a 2-car garage. I'll have to get rid of some stuff in there, put it on one side, just switch the tags, and
sure.
sell it when I get a chance.
Well, what's a good email for you, Richard?
toucanrich at Hotmail. TOUCAN, like the bird.
TOUCAN.
Rich, RICH, my first 4 letters of my name.
At Hotmail, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a good number to text you once I send it?
Yeah, well, you can give me a verbal on the phone.
Well, I don't want to give you a verbal just yet. Just because I haven't looked at anything.
No, I mean, instead of writing up an offer and doing a phone. If
you're
not putting money with it, if you're not putting money with it, it's not really a legitimate offer,
Sure.
So
no, yeah, I think we can get
going into escrow.
Yeah, I think we can get pretty close to what you want. I just work with a team, so just want to talk with them real quick, and then if it's easier to just call you back, we can definitely do that too.
Yeah, we can hammer out. I'm flexible on time frames and this and that and so forth, I can come up there if we get on the pretty much on the spot with this. Come up there, we can walk through. I can go through everything that's done in there and kind of introduce you to the property.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Everything's done in that complex. All the buildings are painted. All the buildings have new roofs, and there's no rentals restriction.
Okay.
At all.
And
you'll never have a rental restriction because one guy owns 3/4 of the complex.
Okay. Cool.
And they're in the rental business, so they do what they need to do to keep it up, and they've upgraded it's got a new asphalt parking lot. They re-asphalt the entire complex.
Okay, sweet. And the HOA is how much?
468, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it says on the Zillow.
Yeah, that's and that was just raised in January. That covers water, sewer, gas, insurance, and they're going to gate that place soon.
Okay. Awesome.
I think he's put it off. I tried to tell him. We talked about gating it for like 5 years when I was president, and it's like I want to put it off until I sell it. I don't want to have to deal with the gate and somebody else in charge. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I don't have any beefs with this guy, and in fact, there's a girl in there that I sold one of my units to that owns 3 now, and I sold another one that needed some stuff. It was on the first floor, got water damage, and I'd already gone to court, spent $40,000 and sued the owner, and then it got water damage again. It's like, oh man, these people upstairs are so stupid. I said, I'm done. And I found a realtor that could do something with, loss mitigation where I said, sell it like it is, let them fix it. And I discounted it, sold it, and they got in there and cleaned it up, finished the bathroom, and put new flooring down because it destroyed my wood flooring I had halfway down. And they sold it for $190 or something like that for a 2-bedroom.
Wow.
Same type kitchen, with the granite top and all that stuff. Windows, air conditioning. That I did all that. That's the first thing I do. I do the air and I do the kitchen. And then I start working my way down the spectrum, doing the least expensive or the most expensive things down to, and I just paint and plaster by rooms. So I put my guy in one room and we'd finish one room, close the door, seal it off, then we'd do another room.
So is that you have in your listing description, January 2023, you sold the 2-bedroom for $189. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, and there's a picture of that kitchen.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very, very similar kitchen. It's got almost identical top, but I changed it. That first one was called Michelangelo. I don't remember the name of this granite top, Mocha something.
Okay.
And it's got a different backsplash on it.
Yeah.
Very similar vent hood. And that vent hood is actually vented outside. It's not one of those blow back in your face things.
Yeah, those are terrible.
So, I went the extra mile on all this stuff. There's knick-knack shelves in there. Built those barn doors. I paid $200 just for the medicine cabinet with the barn doors and the master.
Yeah.
Because that made it. I saw that and I said, wow, this is perfect. And it fit within the space I needed to put it between the wall and the mirror that was already mounted on. It wasn't mounted. It was on the wall.
Uh-huh.
and it was within a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, wow.
And it's like, wow, I couldn't have asked for. So I just butted it to the mirror and put a filler, a shim over on the side. I said, wow, that's perfect. You can't even notice that.
Yeah, cool.
And then we built that moat around in the shower. That's actually a raised platform there that's flat. And there's a moat that goes around it. There's 2 drains on each side.
Yeah, I see that. That's awesome.
And you don't really need a shower door. I had a shower curtain up there for a while, and it's like, I don't need this. It only splashes out about a foot
Yeah.
from the edge of the shower, and it's going up to the toilet, and you don't walk there anyway. And within a short period of time after you take a shower, it's dry.
Uh-huh.
So
is this unit on the second level, or is it on the ground floor?
It's on the second floor. You
Second
got a balcony. There's no neighbors touching this unit. The one that's next to me in the back, there's never been anybody in that unit.
Okay.
A guy owns it that's a little bananas, and I don't understand him. He's owned it. He has never rented it. He hasn't finished it. He did a little bit of work on it, and he just keeps it. I don't know. He's got some money, and he just bought it. And so there's no neighbor there, and across the hall is a couple from India, and he has his mother and father with him. He's a pharmacist.
Okay.
So, and then I don't know, the other girl in the back, her mother passed away a couple of years ago, and she's trying to settle the inheritance and stuff. She's going to get a bunch of money, and she's just renting. So, but they're all, families. So
yeah. Okay. Well, let me get back in touch with you. I appreciate you sharing all that information, and hopefully we can get a deal worked out.
Okay, I'm not home yet. I'm sitting in the parking lot at this CVS pharmacy. I had to stop and get some glasses. My glasses, I lost them when I got out of the car at the car line. I'm going to go back and run some comps on 2013 Toyota Highlanders. I got one on the lot.
Yeah, hopefully you can get that.
They gave me a decent price on it, and see if I can make a deal.
All right. Well, I'll keep in touch with you. I'll just give you a call back once I look into this a little bit more and let you know what we think.
Yeah, you can call me at night or whatever. I don't do anything except answer the phone and go to the pool.
Okay, that's fair.
And I don't go when the sun's out. I go first thing. I went first thing this morning, and I may go tonight at 7.
Okay.
The sun's going down. So.
All right, I'll call you when you're in the pool.
I don't take the phone with me.
Well, then if you don't answer, I know that you're in the pool.
Yeah, I'll be back, or I'll. And I've got a voicemail that says I'm out of the country. And that's to ward off all the people trying to get money out of me for some reason.
Yeah.
Looking for donations or wanting me to do this or that or. Anyway, yeah, call me back and let me know whenever you come up with something, and we'll go from there.
All right. I appreciate it. It was fun talking to you. We'll talk soon.
What was your first name? I remember dealer.
Yeah. Jordan. Think of Michael Jordan.
The Jordan River. Now I can remember the whole thing.
Yep. My dad named me after Michael Jordan. I don't know if that makes it easier or makes it more confusing.
I would remember the Jordan River. I'm more of a, remembering Bible stuff, Bible names, and
All right, we'll go with the Jordan River and the Wheeler dealer.
We'll talk to you later, Dad.
Okay, Rich. Have a good one. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Yeah, bye-bye. What a great call. I feel like that one, cash flows. I didn't notice the HOA was so expensive, but the only thing that I wish was different, and I'm going to have probably someone help me on this, because I wish we could get the down payment a little bit less, but it seems like he's open to it. Pace always talks about the bunnies. I kind of feel like his bunny was his wife and kids in Nicaragua, and either wanting to move there or try and get them to America. So I kind of feel like that's part of the reason he wants to sell this. So I'm going to end the stream. That was one call, really good call. And if we once we get back in touch with this guy, I'll probably do another live. See if we can do a group or gosh, what am I thinking? A 3-way call, a group call. Yeah. So that was awesome. Yeah. This has been listed for almost 265 days. Pretty crazy.